Let's go to Jack Cafferty right now for the Cafferty File. Jack.
President Obama's hopes for broad bipartisan support for his $825 billion emergency stimulus package have run into consensus interruptus. The president wants the emergency bill on his desk by President's Day. There's an obstacle in the way, though. That would be opposition from some Republicans, and that seems to be growing by the day. Now they're complaining they've been shut out of the process of writing the legislation. They're pointing the finger at the Democrats for ignoring President Obama's call for bipartisanship. We are in the middle of the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. Voters made it clear they're sick and tired of partisan warfare in Washington. Is anybody listening? Today, President Obama met with GOP leaders to hear their concerns. House Republican leader John Boehner said he and his colleagues think the package is too expensive and too slow. Republicans want tax relief in the hands of Americans right away. The president said he will take the Republican concerns under consideration. White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs said President Obama will go to Capitol Hill next week. He will meet with Republican lawmakers, try to get this thing done. Here's the question. Are the Republicans making a mistake by opposing President Obama's stimulus plan? Go to CNN.com/Cafferty File. You can post a comment on my blog.
Good question, Jack. Thank you.
The question this hour, are Republicans making a mistake opposing President Obama's stimulus plan? Melissa writes, the GOP got us into this mess, so they just need to shut their mouths now and let the Democrats fix it. Terry in Florida, they'll not accept any responsibility for their actions in bringing the country into this mess. Their arrogance led us here. Their egos won't let them change. They saw how well their plan of stopping any progress worked after their 2006 losses. Now they're living with their 2008 losses, and they're still just staying the course. Let's see how many more seats they'll lose in 2010 if they keep it up. Joey in Yankee Lake, New York, not at all. It's full of pork. A lot of things in there are not stimulative. If the Republicans don't stand up, the Democrats will run away with all the money for their special interests. It's a mistake to have one side make all the decisions. Jason in Oakland writes, as a matter of policy, always a good idea to do something that the GOP opposes, unless they try one of those reverse psychology thingies. John in Connecticut, no. We all saw what happened when Democrats failed to stop the conservative movement across Washington. A liberal agenda could be just as detrimental. And Bruce in St. Paul writes, let me see if I have this right. The Republicans are okay with money for Wall Street with no benefit for the country at large. They favor keeping the tax cuts for the wealthy and lower capital gains taxes, but they won't be able to swallow a bill that tries to get money back to the poor peasants. Didn't they get the memo? The Reagan Revolution is over. We have been trickled down on enough. If you didn't see your email here, you can go to my blog at CNN.com/Cafferty File. Look for yours there, among hundreds of others.